Over to the South China Sea now, where tensions have been running high during the past few weeks. The Philippines and the United States recently held joint military drills in the region. The U.S. also staged military drills with Vietnam recently. CCTV's Barnaby Lowe reports all the action may have added anxiety in the already volatile region.
84 men from combined Philippine and American forces quietly approaching enemy territory, Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists in southern Philippines. Through careful coordination, they're able to sneak past the enemy's defenses, but were quickly engaged in a long-drawn firefight.
Second building in the window!
But in the end, it was victory for Philippine and American soldiers as they captured some of the most wanted men in the country. It was what would have ideally taken place had there been a planned attack on terrorists. But this was just a simulation, part of the ongoing joint military exercises between the Philippines and the United States. Military exercises between the Philippines and the United States are nothing new. In fact, they've been holding these drills every year for more than 2 decades now. But this year's is the first since President Barack Obama announced a new shift in the U.S. military's focus to the Asia-Pacific region.
Of course, because we want to take advantage of the largesse that America is offering, then we massage our actions so that we can avail of whatever perks that can be obtained.
Philippine President Benigno Aquino III has struck a closer relationship with the United States, with the purchase of what is now the Philippines' most modern warship and high-level defense talks happening in Washington at the end of this month. All this in the face of simmering territorial disputes in the South China Sea, the latest of which has been an ongoing standoff between China and the Philippines in the Hwanghae Islands. But both Philippine and U.S. military officials have repeatedly said that while some of these exercises are being held near the South China Sea, they've got nothing to do with any cross-border disputes in the region.
The planning for this took place months and months and months ago, prior to any events that are populating the headlines.
Still, a growing number of anti-American activists want U.S. troops out of the country, including the more than 600 special forces stationed in southern Philippines.
We must not be dependent on imperialist countries like U.S. To begin with, there's no need or there's no necessity for U.S. troops to be present here in our country.
But all signs point to a greater U.S. military presence not only in the Philippines, but throughout the Asia-Pacific region, reminiscent of a time when this former naval base, now a bustling free port zone in northern Philippines, was home to thousands of American soldiers. Barnaby Lowe, CCTV, at the naval station in Puerto Princesa City, the Philippines.